Hello there folks, my name is Great Mighty Poe, and welcome to part 19 of Elden Ring Reforged, Master Mode. Let's get back into it. So last time, for me, which was 12 hours ago for you guys, if everything's going on schedule, which it should be, yeah, it was the catacomb, of which I shall not speak. And the death montages, which I hope you enjoyed that one. I got done editing that not that long ago and decided I want to play some more because I calmed down a bit. Oh, it was a pretty stressful fight, that one. And I think it's like one of my first, well, definitely a different kind of editing that I haven't really done before. I don't really want to edit these videos too much because I want to sort of have the uncut experience of it, just so you can sort of see everything I'm doing. But I'm just dying over and over again, and I think cutting it out is perfectly fine. So it's kind of a bit of a balancing act. Oh, the ball. Man. And yeah, I also have to say, like, if anyone from the ERR dev team watches these videos and doesn't like my inflammatory tone sometimes, I do apologize, but I do get heated about things. I do tend to let it all out. Anyone who knows me probably knows. Oh, there it is. I could remember there being one here. Nice. Awesome. So, yeah. It was not a very fun fight, but hey, it's not gonna be the worst one in Limgrave, and I could have left it, but I felt like doing it then. It's partially my fault as well for being so bloody stubborn. Yeah, Madness area. We also have a thing over this way, if I remember correctly, also. Ton of meat. Well, not a ton of meat. A ton of raw fruits. God damn, this area is pretty. Look at this. It's just a right about area. It looks real nice. So what's the impressive thing about Thormsoft is they just make their games look good without needing to go so heavy on the graphics that your PC explodes. Although they're really bad at optimizing, so your PC almost explodes anyway, but hey, they do their best. Optimizing for PC is really difficult these days, just because there's so many configurations. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay. This area. Yeah. We have a unique enemy over here. This is a unique Godrick Knight, which is actually kind of interesting. You can see he's got the commoner head. Doesn't have his helmet on, which is really weird. Feels really weird seeing them with their face out. It's not a face I would have pictured, if I'm being honest, so... Let's not die again. I said let's not die again. There we go. Cool. That should be it. Cool. Fortune of the Bulwark. So I've not used one before. This one was added the last time I played, so I didn't really like use it too much because it's an interesting one. So yeah, the aspect of a pill defense standing firm as foes break themselves against their body. Yeah. So I'll take a look at that one at the Site of Grace to sort of figure out what it does. In this chest, by the way, is the full Godrick Knight set, which is actually a pretty decent set. It does increase your poison attack power of weapons, so good for getting stance breaks, and it's good defense because it is a heavy set. So yeah, pretty damn good set. If you want a good set of heavy armor to start with, you can come right here, beat the shit out of that fella, and grab it. Not much to stop you aside from, well, him. But as you saw, he's just a Godrick Knight. Nothing too special about him. Oh shit, it's night! It's night! I'm dead. Kind of a little bit bullshit with how the nighttime spawns work. They don't have a distance check on them, so they can spawn right on top of you if you're in a spot where they spawn. So that's fun. I feel like there should be some kind of check on those spawns. If player is in X distance, then don't spawn. Kind of ruins the magic of the game when just an enemy appears out of thin air, and also it kind of is annoying when you get killed by an enemy spawning out of thin air, because there's not much I could do there. I could just keep backing off, I guess. It was kind of my fault, but whatever, who cares. Should have some new codex entries here. Where are they? Oh, there's one. They should come running out as soon as I get close. There they are. The Madness Rats. They're all in the woods in this area, so gotta keep an eye out for those fellas. Yeah, that Godrick Knight doesn't respawn, thank god. Well, I guess not thank god. I didn't really, he's not really a trouble to fight or anything. Bloody hell. They just all stood around and took it. Nice. Not gonna complain. I can complain if people want me to. Why? Oh, there's an item there. That's new. I feel like that's new. That's a new item. I swear I don't remember an item there normally. Okay. That's good to know for future Poe who will forget, but hey. Don't want to lose these runes. These are my precious runes that I got from the super hard boss fight that wasn't actually all that hard. It was just difficult because it was tanky as shit and had ads. I saw that they, in a changelog that they updated these to sort of match what the icon looks like. They look pretty damn good now. I appreciate little touches like that. They're always nice to see. Shows actual, like, care about, you know, making sure that every little thing about this game is polished. Oh god, I could go into that same rant I went into at the end of the last one. Oh, they polished this, they got all that thing, oh, it's shiny turds, oh, no, it's fine, it's whatever. I just have a game of this size, you can't expect to get everything perfect, and not everything is going to gel with some players. Like, some players might like that, imp fight. They might like the, you know, the idea of having to go do something else instead. Like, I've met people like that, who I've clashed with in the past about my idea that everything in a region should be scaled to that particular area. So, like, you know, different people, different ideas, and that can apply to mods as well. And games. I guess with mods it always feels more personal because you always... With video games, generally, you just feel like you're screaming at the void because you don't expect to get an answer, but with mods it always feels a little more personal because you can almost always just go and get into a chat with the mod dev and start yelling at them. Which I gotta say, being a mod dev is not an enviable position. It is, definitely a difficult position because, you know, oftentimes you don't have a community manager like most game dev teams have, so you're the one doing all the communicating, and that can be actually a pretty difficult job to do, trying to keep level and neutral and not lash out at people and all that stuff. It is actually really difficult. You fucking dead. Oh, that's sad. I can't pick that one up. I don't remember that one being broken like that. I've come across ones in the past. Ooh, Wizard Straight Sword. That's interesting because he doesn't actually use the Wizard Straight Sword. He used the spear, so. And I feel like the frenzy effects looked a little bit different. One of the members of the Reforged team is Ryan, who is a VFX editor, and he is obsessed with Frenzy, so he has probably touched up all the Frenzy VFX, and some other VFX as well, I'd imagine. Gonna say, where's my stagger? There we go. Yellow Ember, nice. Oh, Sacred Tear. The best things in the game. Increasing that flask heal is so good. That's why I love Weeping. Weeping is the Sacred Tear place because you get so many. Okay, these ones have Withered Straight Swords, so they could have dropped the Withered Straight Swords, but no. You see, even the houses here, little tiny details. Like there's a fucking bowl and spoon on this table. Where they growing the food though? Where's my fields of wheat? Someone needs to get on that. We need fields of wheat. And you know, massive big farmlands and pens of livestock, and we need all of that. We need to make this world truly immersive and feel lived in. Nah, I'm kidding. I do like the little details like that. That's always nice to see. Even though I feel like the Elden Ring world is designed mostly as a video game world, rather than trying to be a realistic world. Because I feel like all the scale is all wrong, and there's certain things that just don't make sense to how a real world works. Like the capital city has seemingly no source of fresh water that isn't polluted by death, which may actually explain a lot about their current state. But yeah, also the main thing about Lanedale that really annoys me is it's not connected to a river or a port. Either of those for a big major city would be something you'd expect. It's like some connection to the outside world. But there's not, and the only ocean that Lanedale touches, it's on a sheer cliff, and it goes down to a sea that is above the other sea. The inland sea is at a higher sea level, which is weird. As I feel like maybe stuff like that isn't accurate to how the live stream actually is. So I'm kind of looking forward to the movie that will be happening at some point. That should be interesting, sort of see if we get a more realistic take on how the live stream actually is. Because also like a city like Lanedale, you know, would have massive big farming areas and stuff like that as well. Like, it would be very different to how it appears in game. feel like my axe is doing really good work at the moment, which is surprising. Ton of arterial leaves here for some reason. And a rune piece. And another yellow ember. And some more cool poop. Be interesting seeing what the Elden Ring movie actually ends up being about, because I don't see how you could make a movie about the events that transpire as the Tarnished in-game. I feel like that'd be a bit difficult to do, but there's a lot of lore and backstory and story for the Lands Between that could be done. Like, I always picture, like, a Game of Thrones style political drama set during the events leading up to the Shattering would be, you know, pretty cool to see. Or you have the Shattering itself as a big event, you have like Marika's rise to power, the Horn Sense stuff, like there's a ton of really cool stories that could be adapted into all sorts for Elden Ring. And then you have the existence of Night Ring, which is like, oh yeah, parallel worlds exist, have fun. Like it's parallel timelines, well, I don't know. The night happens and then doesn't happen at the same time. It all happens and transpires in an instant. The Night Lord is born, and then Night Lord is killed, and then everything returns to normal. So, like, it happens, but it doesn't happen at the same time. It's really hard to explain. I think we've got some Winged Misbegotten coming up. Should be another enemy to add into our codex. I might try and take another crack at the NPC and try to see if I can get into the Gilded Court. Aha. I don't want to lock onto the sleeping one. These guys can drop their daggers now, and they can also drop their bows. But I think you can find them in a camp as well, so they have quite low odds of that happening, unfortunately. I think it's mostly everything up in this little Frenzy area. Kind of interesting as a Frenzy village. Just so close to Castle Morn. Really shows you how far the Golden Order has fallen for this to exist at all. Okay. I think we want to go down here. Because there is a Trainer Lily. And then I think there's a rune piece over here? Or somewhere? I'm not too sure. I remember there being one in this sort of general vicinity. Might be up there. I don't see one up there. No, there's not one up there. I think there's one around here, but I can't remember exactly where. I'm not pretty sure there's nothing on any of the central pillars in this area. Oh, there's the rune piece, it's right here. So nothing to worry about there. Do have something to worry about down here though. Let's see. I need to craft some more of those. There we go. So the fun part about this area is bats, and guess what? Bats. You sort of want to stay over in this area because it's a bit more narrow and you can kind of funnel them in a bit. There we go. Do not rush out immediately though. Oh shit, got hit by lightning. Okay, well we've got to rush out immediately because he got hit by lightning. Let's set him off. How did you survive that? Okay, Incantation Scarab. Got. Right, get back behind cover. We've got a few bats coming in. Yeah. Not much I could do there because the Scarab got hit by lightning, which I don't think I've seen happen before, but apparently can happen. So, so you want to head back down there because there's more stuff we need to do down there. Unfortunately, but now I don't need to worry about the Scarab, so that's a bit better. Oh, for fuck's sake. Trying to craft while moving is a pain. I don't know, the answer to that is don't craft while moving. But my answer to that is, but I want to keep moving. Because I want to get back to where I was. Right. I think I was out of the basic. So, give me the basic, bitch. 100 more. Thank you. Oh, hey, my money. Oh, there's one more. Get fucked. Why am I trying to zoom in? Okay, that's probably why. Let's get this group here. God, that grab does way too much. Holy shit. Grab attacks, man. Grab attacks fucking suck. Crafting. See, that's the problem with crafting. Is the effort required to get the things is not worth it. Like, these fire pots aren't... I don't think they're worth the materials I'm using because of how difficult it can be to get more of them. Like, it requires considered effort. Whereas you look at how fire bombs worked in the previous games where you could just purchase them. There was a lot easier to spam them because, oh, I could just go back to Firelink and I could just buy them. But trying to get more is a lot more difficult. Can you lock on? Oh god, I'm stuck on a rock. Oh, stop with the fucking pushy shit. I hate man-bats so much. And they put so many in this area. And they're so fucking annoying. Get the fuck out of here with your backing up. Not allowed. Man, fuck these bats. There's so many in this small area. I think that's all of them. I think. I don't know, who cares? I think I need to get on torrent for this one. Nah, turn, thank you. There we go. I wanted to grab the Folga Bloom. Ow! And then you see there's like a little corner there? I'm gonna jump over to there. And then we can just freely drop down here. Into the Morn Tunnel. I'm gonna be mourning soon for my bloody runes. Oh god. There we go, Bulwark. Cool. So unique mechanic. Indomitability. Greatly increases endurance, greatly increases target priority, increases non-deflect guarding effectiveness, greatly decreases attack power, well not greatly, decreases attack power, and greatly increases the FP cost of spells. So the unique mechanic, Indomitability. When employing great shields, great weapons, or colossal weapons, when performing a deflect, immune to being flung backwards, reduces stamina damage of foes ahead for a time. This effect stacks. After guarding an attack or during a running attack, increases poise damage, attacks greatly lower enemy action speed for a brief time, always at massive equip load. So, yeah, I don't know exactly. So you do running attacks, or you guard an attack, and enemies move slower, and you perform deflects, and you get reduced stamina damage so they can't guard break you quite so much. I don't really understand this one too much. It's all about guarding, I guess. And then you get increased... This just seems really strong for guard counters on great weapons. And I guess like the downside is always at massive frame equip load, which is max equip load. But if you're using great shields, or you could just use a two-handed great weapon, I guess, and just wear heavy armor. I don't know what to feel about that one. I might have to try it. I don't quite understand what the idea behind it is, but hey. Also, before I forget, I'm gonna finally change out my physic flask. There we go. Awesome. I think right here is actually a good spot to end off. It's only been just barely 30 minutes, but hey, it's good enough for me. So I'll say once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, guys. Have a good one.